Hey y'all, it's me, Candace, and I just want to welcome you all to the Candace Effect. If this is your first time joining me, welcome. This is a place where we have different conversations. You might feel seen, heard, and you might feel a little changed after you leave this conversation. Meaning, what I might talk about might make you have a different perspective on how you already felt about something. But if this is your first time joining us, hey, you already know what we do here. I am outside today, and I have to tell you guys that it is so hot. I almost didn't record outside today just for the fact that it's just so hot. So bear with me while I sweat a little bit. I wanted to let you guys know that last weekend, I want to tell everyone thank you. Thank you so much for all the support and all the love. I had my show last weekend. That is a topic and a conversation within itself, but the experience was a very huge learning experience for me. I want to thank everybody that supported me by sending me text messages and calling me and just loving on me the entire time through this prep. I'm excited about where I'm going this time. I'm excited about the steps, and I'm super excited about where my next prep is going to take me to go to my next show. But like I said, that's a topic for a whole nother day. Today, I wanted to come to you and tell you once again, thank you to everybody that's been rocking with me, being a consistent listener every single week when we drop a new episode. I appreciate you. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you for the love. I just want to show you guys my gratitude by just always saying thank you. I appreciate everybody being transparent with me and let me know how our conversations are making you have conversations outside of the YouTube, outside of watching what I'm talking about, the conversations that you have with your friends, it's just making you think about some things, right? So I'm just grateful to be able to be in a position where you guys want to listen. So, with that being said, I want to start off today by asking you, do you like music? I absolutely love music. Music is my thing. It's always been my thing my whole entire life. I had a conversation with my sister, and you guys know I always have to start off with a little bit of a story before we dive into what the topic is really about. I had a conversation with my sister today, and we've been talking a lot about what peace looks like and getting control of our peace and just where we are as adult women. Me and my sister are really close. And we have different perspectives because she's one way and I'm completely a different way. And it's just like when we are together, our brains vibe on the same frequency. It's kind of weird, but it's kind of cool at the same time because it's awesome having somebody that's that close to you that you don't really even have to explain yourself about who you are. So, we've been talking about peace and protecting our peace and boundaries. And as we unpack some boxes, right, about childhood things and things we've experienced as being women and moms and just growing up and going through some things. And we talked about peace. And what we did talk about was how much we love music. So sometimes randomly, she'll send me songs, I'll send her songs. And that's like a consistent thing throughout our family. We don't have to always talk, but if we send each other songs, it gives us just an inkling of where we are mentally, or we know what a song means to that person, so we know where the moment is. So I was talking to my sister today, and I was so intrigued with the fact that where did I get this love for music from? You know, I always talk about my mom and how much of an impact she was. But my mom, oh my goodness, this lady was a DJ within her own realm, right? We had so many records growing up, vinyl everywhere. I'm still trying to get my dad's vinyl. He doesn't know, but I'm literally gonna get Daddy, if you ever watching this, just know the vinyls are coming to me. And I might have to fight your grandkids for them because they love music just as much as I do. I vividly remember, and me and my sister, we talked about it, and she said, you know, mommy probably used music to help us regulate and help us control our mood and just like help us just kind of get our energy right. She could have a song for every single mood. And that's how I am as well. Like if I'm feeling energetic, I know I could turn on a song that's gonna match my vibe. If I'm feeling sad and I kind of need to get some emotions out, I could pick a song that's gonna match my vibe, right? If I'm feeling happy or I want to hear a love song, I can go deep into like Stevie Wonder or Minnie Riperton. I can listen to Queen if I want to listen to certain things. But my mom gave us different music. Like we like the Eagles, we like Brian McKnight, all kinds of different things, Rolling Stones, all kinds of things. Music is something that we can relate to. If I'm sitting in a bar somewhere and Eagles come on and it's just like, "Oh, I know this song. Do you know this song?" I know all these songs because my mom, she played the music for me. And so growing up and being a grown up now, for me, I like to listen to music all the time. And music brings me peace. And driving down the street one day this week, I was by myself, and it was a rare moment when I was alone and not on the telephone or not doing something on my phone while I was just by myself. And I was vibing to music, and my playlist was hitting this week. Like the playlist was on point. It did not disappoint. Driving down the street, and I said, you know what? If a conversation is not more enjoyable than the music that I'm listening to, I'm always going to opt out. That means that if this telephone was about to ring right now, I'm actually going to ignore whatever phone calls, whatever text messages come in because I'm just completely on a vibe. And I made me think a little bit. It really made me think it's not really about the music. It's about me being in a space where I was calm in my thoughts at peace. And music got me there. And it hit me. It's about setting boundaries, right? Music for me, if I'm having anxiety or if I'm scared or if I'm about to embark on something new or what have you, if I'm really about to go over the edge, I can put my headphones in. And 9 times out of 10, if you see me, I've got an ear pod in my ear or I have headphones on. This is my self-soothing method to calm me down, to make sure that I'm just even keel. Music does that to me. And it made me say that. For me, it made me realize that sometimes we waste a lot of time on conversations that are not going to do anything but stop our vibe, right? Disturb our peace. How many times have you answered a phone call and after you answer the phone call, you really wish that you could get those moments back? Like, oh my God, that was 3 minutes of my life that I could never get back. Sometimes the conversations are enjoyable, yes, but then sometimes the conversations require too much of your energy. That energy is energy that you need to be putting into yourself. It goes down and goes back to protecting your peace, right? Making sure that you're okay. So for me, music is a thing, right? Music makes me feel good. But what is it for you? You have to ask yourself that question. Where do you find your peace? Something else that I find peace in is when I go to the gym. So if I'm in the gym, number one, I'm listening to music. But number two, that's my zone. I can get into a different place and I can go, my mind is all the way, nowhere near where it's near, nowhere near work. It's nowhere near any worries or trouble. So if someone disrupts my workout, you're disrupting my peace. Another place where I find peace for myself is the beach. The beach is my space that sometimes if I'm at work and I need to escape, if I have a second, I'm close enough to where I can just go put my feet in the sand and be at peace. also, that's a memory from my mom. My mom always took us to the beach, and we would be at the beach, and we would be there with just the sand and the water and the elements, and it grounded us, right? So the beach brings me peace. What brings you peace? Where do you find your peace? And once you find that peace, you can put yourself in a bubble and protect it. Everybody, this is what I've learned. Everybody is not entitled to your time. Did you hear what I just said? Everybody is not entitled to your time. And that's something that I had to learn myself. Like, I'm good for picking up the telephone. It just really, I genuinely am. No matter what I'm doing, sometimes I'm going to pick up the phone and I'm going to let you talk and I'm going to let you say what you need to say. All in a while, you don't have any idea what kind of things I'm juggling behind me. Like, I'm juggling kids, I'm juggling work, I'm doing things, but I need to answer the telephone. I need to answer a text message. How is that fair to me? At the end of the day, I'm always going to talk about what are you doing for yourself. So for myself personally, what I've started doing is really paying attention to where I find my peace. The people that know me and are close to me, I've gotten to a point where in our conversations, when we have telephone conversations or if we're talking or whatever, I will literally say, okay, I'm going to talk to you later because I want to go listen to music. Why do I say that? Because music brings me peace. Not that I don't care about what you have to say, but it's time for me to just kind of dive into myself. Where do you find your peace? And how do you protect your peace? People will always take your time, take your energy, take a lot from you. Protect your peace. Let the music play. That is the point of this episode. I'm literally telling you that sometimes you don't have to stop the music. Sometimes you don't have to disrupt your peace for somebody else's pleasure. You don't have to disrupt your peace. And whatever your peace could be crocheting, piece could be cooking, your piece could be movies, your piece could be whatever it is that you do, right? Some people find peace in all kinds of things. Another thing that I find peace in is Legos. I lose my mind when I'm doing Legos. It's peaceful, it's solitude in my hammock, listening to music. That's where my peace is. People find peace in plants. People find peace in all kinds of things, drawing. What's your peace? Whatever your peace is, don't stop your peace for somebody else's pleasure. My thing for myself is it's okay to let the music play. You can always pick up a conversation. You can always go to another party. You can always go to another show. But at the end of the day, if your mental isn't right and your peace is always constantly disrupted, you have to deal with that at the end of the day. Once the friends are gone, once the party's over, once the work is done, how do you feed yourself? Let the music play. That's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. And from now on, it's okay for you to opt out of conversations. It's okay for you to opt out of anything that doesn't bring you peace. Because if it doesn't bring you peace and it takes away from your focus, what are we really doing here? And if somebody doesn't understand that, then that's really on them, right? At the end of the day, if somebody cares about you enough and they love you enough, they will respect your what? Boundaries. And that's what we're working on this week. For me personally, it's working on boundaries. I had to set myself aside because there's so many things that I need to do personally for myself. Personally, for myself, I have an abundance of things that I need to do. And the only way that I can be able to focus on those things is if I let the music play. I'm a different person in my head and in my productivity when I'm just in my vibe and letting the music go. And if you've ever experienced music with me, because I can take you on a music journey and it's just a different level because that's my piece. That's another piece of me that I share with people. Let the music play. Stop letting people disrupt your peace. Stop letting people destroy your vibe. At the end of the day, you have to worry about yourself. And that's the takeaway from this week. Don't be afraid to opt out. Do not be afraid to say no. And do not be afraid to say, I'll call you back. Pick up the phone when you can. Pick up the phone when you're ready. Pick up the phone when the song ends. Pick up the phone when you're stopped dancing. And the phone doesn't have to necessarily be the phone. You hear what I'm saying to you? I'm saying to you, be good to yourself. Protect your peace, set your boundaries, and be firm on those boundaries about whatever you do, because the right people will understand and the right people will respect you and respect your time and respect your boundaries. Let the music play. Thanks for listening today. Come in and talk to me. I hope you guys are having a fantastic time. I'm so excited that you came and had a conversation with me. Let me know how you feel and let me know what brings you peace in the comments. And I'm trying to do these lives more frequently. But again, this week, I just literally had to just let the music play for myself because I've had so much going on in this prep. But until we chat again, I'm going to tell you like I always do. Be good to yourself. Love on yourself. Peace.